Welcome back. The Deputy King, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received the credentials of 5 newly appointed ambassadors to Bahrain during a ceremony held at Sakhir Palace. The personal representative of His Majesty the King, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, National Security Advisor and Royal Guard Commander, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Isa bin Salman Educational Charitable Trust, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Minister of the Royal Court, Sheikh Khalid bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, the Chief of the Royal Protocols, Major General Khalifa bin Ahmed Al Fadala, and the Under Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for Consular and Administrative Affairs, Ambassador Dr. Muhammad Ali Bahzad, also attended the ceremony. The newly appointed ambassadors arrived separately at Sakhir Palace, where they were received by the Chief of Royal Protocol. The ambassador of Algeria, Mahmoud Brahim, arrived at Sakhir Palace and royal protocols were held in his honor. His Royal Highness received the credentials of the ambassador and praised the strength of the bilateral relations. The ambassador of Korea, Yoon Sang-koo, arrived at Sakhir Palace, where royal protocols were held in his honor. His Royal Highness received the credentials of the ambassador and praised the strength of the bilateral relations. The ambassador of France, Eric Gouraud-Telmy, arrived at Sakhir Palace, where royal protocols were held in his honor. His Royal Highness received the credentials of the ambassador and praised the strength of relations between the two countries. The ambassador of India, Korean Jacob, arrived at Khair Palace where royal protocols were held in his honor. His Royal Highness received the credentials of the ambassador and praised the strength of bilateral relations. The ambassador of the United Kingdom, Alastair Long, arrived at Khair Palace where royal protocols were held in his honor. His Royal Highness received the credentials of the ambassador and praised the strength of the bilateral ties. His Royal Highness extended the greetings of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to the ambassador's heads of state, as well as His Majesty's best wishes for success in their diplomatic duties and furthering the relations between Bahrain and their countries. His Royal Highness the Deputy King also conveyed his own greetings to the ambassador's heads of state and wished the ambassador's success in performing their diplomatic duties. The ambassadors conveyed the greetings of their heads of state to His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness and their well wishes for Bahrain's continued progress and prosperity. They also commended the long-standing relations between their countries and Bahrain. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa chaired the weekly cabinet meeting at Qadibiyya Palace. The cabinet extended its congratulations to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, to Bahrain citizens and residents, and to the Arab and Islamic nations on the occasion of Prophet Muhammad's date of birth, peace be upon him. The cabinet affirmed the importance of the values and principles of Islam to society, which are based on compassion, peace, tolerance, and coexistence. To mark World Tourism Day, the cabinet expressed pride in the efforts of Bahrain's workforce in the tourism sector and its supporting sectors such as transportation, hospitality, restaurants, retail, entertainment and exhibition centers, culture, and conferences. The cabinet highlighted Team Bahrain's efforts in implementing the wide-ranging plans and programs that aim to enhance the country's tourism sector, which is vital to the kingdom's comprehensive development. The cabinet then approved the following: a memorandum submitted by the Government Executive Committee regarding priority draft laws aimed at keeping pace with the kingdom's development needs. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a memorandum on renewing the framework of the kingdom's regional program on cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency for 2024 to 2029. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding an MOU between the Ministry of Interior and Gulf University to provide specialized educational programs for employees of the General Directorate to implement rulings and alternative sentencing, as well as their recipients. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding 3 MOUs and 2 frameworks between the University of Bahrain and a number of local and international academic organizations and institutes. And a memorandum submitted by the Minister of Cabinet Affairs regarding the ongoing preparations for the Saudi-Bahraini Coordination Council meeting. The Cabinet then reviewed a memorandum submitted by the Minister of Cabinet Affairs following up on the performance of government agencies across the Sijillat, Tawasal and Binayat systems until September 2023 and in comparison with the same period in 2022, which remain vital indicators of government service efficiency and supports investment and trade. The Cabinet then took note of the following ministerial reports: the Kingdom's participation in the 9th meeting of the Committee of GCC Labour Ministers, the Climate Ambition Summit, the 25th meeting of the Ministers responsible for climate affairs in the GCC, the 9th meeting of the Committee of Ministers of Social Affairs and Development of the GCC, outcomes of a visit made by the delegation from the Education and Training Quality Authority to the UK, the 2023 SDG Summit, and the external participation of government officials and the visits of foreign delegations to the Kingdom of Bahrain. The representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, received the President of the International Paralympic Committee (IPC), Andrew Parsons, in the presence of the First Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. His Highness Sheikh Nasser stressed that Bahrain's hosting of IPC General Assembly places it on the map of global Paralympic sports and reflects international confidence in its ability to host major sporting events. He commended the efforts exerted by the IPC to promote Paralympic sports across various countries, including Bahrain. He praised IPC's confidence in Bahrain by granting it the right to host its General Assembly, which reflects the kingdom's support for people with determination, wishing IPC a successful General Assembly. IPC President expressed thanks and appreciation to His Highness Sheikh Nasser for the warm welcome and hospitality, expressing pleasure with Bahrain's hosting of IPC General Assembly and paying tribute to the Bahrain Paralympic Committee for its efforts in this regard. His Highness Sheikh Nasser also received the World Wrestling Champion Ahmed Tajuddin in the presence of His Highness Sheikh Khalid. His Highness Sheikh Nasser lauded the landmark achievement of the Bahraini wrestler who bagged a gold medal and claimed the World Wrestling Championships in Serbia in the men's freestyle 97 kilograms, booking a spot at the Paris Olympic Games 2024. His Highness congratulated the champion on his historic exploit, praising his distinguished performance, which enabled him to achieve impressive results with wins against notable names and confirm his readiness for the Paris Olympiad. He also commended His Highness Sheikh Khalid's efforts and support for various sports, including combat ones, which have made a quantum leap. He paid tribute to the Bahrain Combat Sports Council and the Bahrain Wrestling Association for their efforts to prepare Bahraini athletes for external sporting competitions, wishing them continued success. The delegation of the Kingdom of Bahrain participated in the work of the 78th session of the UNGA, in addition to many joint meetings and gatherings to strengthen Bahraini relations with various brotherly and friendly countries. More in this report. The diplomacy of the Kingdom of Bahrain is based on solid foundations, following an authentic approach laid down by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, which was evident in the positive international relations that Bahrain is keen to grow and support in various forums. In New York, Bahraini diplomacy was demonstrated on the occasion of the 78th session of the UNGA, where the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, delivered the Kingdom's speech. The participation witnessed the holding of many joint meetings, including the signing of agreements, MOUs, and joint statements based on the Kingdom's awareness that the international cooperation is based on mutual trust, sincere intentions, and common understanding, which are the main pillars to overcome challenges. The Kingdom of Bahrain has taken confident steps at successive historical milestones to strengthen alliances that contributed to consolidating the international system based on freedom of trade and freedom of ideas in a way that supports individual freedoms and responsibilities. Bahrain continued the path of consolidating its diplomatic relations with brotherly, friendly, and allied countries with common interests and was keen to deepen the levels of multilateral relations at all levels. The Kingdom of Bahrain always affirms its adherence to the approach of His Majesty the King in devoting its values, its civilizational achievements, and its effective role in strengthening international solidarity. Bahrain will host the second Arab International Cybersecurity Conference and exhibition from the 5th to the 6th of December 2023. The National Cybersecurity Center of Bahrain is co-hosting the conference, as it is a vital entity responsible for enhancing Bahrain's cybersecurity posture and is devoted to promoting cyber resilience, knowledge sharing, and international cooperation in the fight against cyber threats. The event aims to enhance collective resilience against cyber threats and create a safer digital environment for individuals, businesses, and governments worldwide. Bahrain, represented by the General Directorate of Anti-Corruption and Economic and Electronic Security, has taken a set of early measures and procedures to combat electronic begging with the aim of protecting the foundations of the national economy. The Directorate has exerted efforts to combat corruption, economic and electronic security crimes, and keep pace with developments in the field of cyber crimes at the local, regional, and international levels in order to take legal measures against them. The Directorate monitors cases of misuse of modern information and telecommunication technology on social media sites regularly, including cases of blackmail and electronic begging, in addition to providing awareness programs on electronic risks and ways to prevent them on social media sites through law enforcement. The Directorate also provides several channels for inquiries for reporting cases, either through the hotline 992 or by visiting the security centers or the Anti-Economic Crime Directorate. The Industrial Sector Strategy 2022-2026 is of great importance to strengthening and developing national industries and creating programs for small and medium-sized industries to encourage creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship. More in this report.
Bahrain has developed a sound vision and promising investment opportunities through the Industrial Sector Strategy 2022-2026, which falls within the priority of developing promising sectors in the Economic Recovery Plan and contributes to strengthening Bahrain's economic status to achieve advanced and sustainable industry based on innovative initiatives to fulfill the aspirations of Bahraini citizens and support the goals of the comprehensive development process. The industrial sector is an essential contributor to the national economy. The development of this sector is reflected positively in the Economic Recovery Plan through supporting national industries, encouraging the competitiveness of national products, increasing the industrial sector's contribution to the gross domestic product, increasing the industrial sector's exports of national origin, and achieving sustainable development. It also provides new opportunities for investment and export, which contributes to providing promising job opportunities for citizens. The target industries in the Industrial Sector Strategy 2022-2026 were implemented through the cooperation of all government agencies and the private sector, in a manner that contributes to increasing the sector's role in Bahrain's development process and providing more qualitative opportunities for citizens.
The Speaker of the Arab Parliament, Adel Assoumi, delivered a speech during the first Jordanian Cybersecurity Summit under the patronage of the Crown Prince of Jordan. Assoumi stressed the importance of a comprehensive and developed Arab system in order to deal with cybersecurity issues and threats. He added that the crimes related to cybersecurity are not just a threat to individuals, but to societies and countries. He highlighted the efforts exerted by the Arab Parliament in this regard and pointed out to the issuance of the Arab Parliament of the first Arab Guide Law related to cybersecurity in 2021.